Can everybody see my screen, the screen that I'm sharing? Debo, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, wonderful. So guys, welcome to lesson 67 of Digital Marketing 3. And I believe all you are well because we greeted each other at the beginning and it seems everyone is in good vibes. Despite the weather surrounding us. I don't know if you guys are feeling any cold or if you are warm enough wherever you are, if you have got heaters or if you have squashed yourself inside the blankets. Kia, how are you? Okay, unfortunately, all of you were not here on Tuesday. I was only with Luyanda. And we did lesson 63, 64, and 65, if I remember very well. And the focus was on the 7 Ps of the marketing mix. Remember, I introduced the topic of 7 Ps when we were in class last week. And on Tuesday, we were focusing on the first P of the 7 Ps. So we're looking at the product. We spoke about so many things on how you can position the product when you are coming up with a digital marketing strategy. So you'd realize that digital marketing strategy is not only a strategy in itself. There are so many components that you need to consider, so many little pieces that you need to bring in together so that you come up with a holistic strategy. And as you implement the strategy, you also need to have some tweaks here and there. You need to ask yourself, what kind of a product am I promoting? What kind of the processes are involved in this product? What about the place? Where am I promoting this product? Is it only online? Do I have a geographical segmentation that I need to focus on? Am I targeting people in KwaZulu-Natal or people in Durban, people in Limpopo, and so forth? You also need to know about the staff, the people who are involved in the selling, who are involved in the manufacturing, who are involved in all these processes to make the product get delivered to the customers. Then you think about how you're promoting it. So these little pieces, they fit in together, whether be it from a place point of view, be it from a promotion point of view, be it from a pricing point of view, and you realize that as we go forward, the elements are interrelated themselves. For example, a product, it can be determined by the pricing. So realize that there are some elements that we are going to talk on product that are also going to come again when we are talking about pricing. So we also discussed how a product can be sold. So here I'm referring to digital products. Think about DSTV. DSTV, it's a company that has got its own product in terms of the packages that they have so that you can be able to access the channels and the content that they sell to viewers. So that content can come in form of a subscription whereby per certain month or certain days you are supposed to pay. So the product is delivered in form of a subscription. The product can also be delivered in form of bundling, which means you can group certain channels together and offer them in terms of packages. With DStv, you would have family access, premium package, compact, and so forth. So realize that someone who do not have compact access cannot watch certain channels. So that's how the product is delivered to customers. But sometimes with the digital products, you can also have what is called pay-per-view, meaning you only paying for what you are viewing. This can get tricky, especially with companies like DStv, considering load shedding, of course. I don't think they can have that product delivery model because people would only pay for the series, people would only pay for the episodes or for the programs that they watch. So imagine if you have got a 10-hour load shedding per day and you only watch TV once, it means that DStv is not getting more revenue from the products that they have. Yes, Lebo.
So, sir, I have a question. So,
Yes.
would you say every product delivers a service?
Can you come again?
Say, can you say that every product delivers a service?
Give an example.
Okay, so an example. So there's this animation magazine, right,
Mhm.
that teaches people about local heroes. So I just wanted to know if it is a product or a service.
So this is something that I learned in high school when I was doing commerce. We normally say product, but what is a product? A product can be grouped into two. So we have got goods and services. Those are products. So realize that there are companies who do not have a tangible product, but they make money out of the services. So that service, if it's generating income, then it becomes a product.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
So yeah, now it's a matter of distinguishing the difference between a product and service, of which I believe a service is a product if it generates income out of it.
Oh, okay.
Sir,
Yes, thank you, so.
a service is a product if it
Yes,
generates if it generates income.
yes.
But how, sir?
Remember, you say that you are a photographer, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you are doing there? You are providing a service for photography, right? It's not a tangible product.
Yeah, it's not a tangible product.
But if someone asks you, what do you do? What do you say?
I'm a photographer, like I shoot events, portraits. Yes, sir.
So what's your product there? If you are getting money of it, it's photographing, right?
Okay, you're going to receive your photos, but okay, the photography business is different because there's pictures that are tangible and there's pictures on our digital, like cell phones, laptops. So let's make an example with a music.
Mhm.
Yeah, in music, since there's no longer CDs, ne? So will you say a music, it's a service and it's also a product?
Yes, even people who are plumbers. Think about people who offer services, electricians. I've just opened my dictionary here and I searched the word service. Do you know what I'm getting? It says that which is produced, then traded, bought or sold, then finally consumed, and consists of an action or work. So even actors, they do have the product which is their acting. So if there's something that can be consumed, then it is a product.
It's confusing, sir. To my
I don't know
side,
what's really confusing there. Who else is confused?
I'm confused, sir. A service, it's a product.
Yeah?
Even if it's not tangible,
Yes.
because of what?
Okay. Let's think about insurance companies. What do they have?
Uh,
All right. I just want to do something quickly here. I hope I'll be able to do it. So guys, who else believes a product is not a service is not a product? Yeah, I hope you can see my screen, guys. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the Tankiso? Services are
yes,
typically intangible, something that you provide or perform for another person. That performance will then be based in the income that you generate. And here someone asks, why is a service a product? I don't know if you can get where I'm clicking. So we have been naturally accustomed to the situation that a product is only in form of a good. You know, we've got goods and services. So whenever someone talks about product, people automatically think that a product is a physical good, be it groceries, be it a CD that you buy, be it shoes that you get. But products can also be in form of a service. Core Campus, you know, it's a software that comes in form of a service. So you call it a product. Your Microsoft Office, the games that you play, your FIFA and stuff like that, these are not tangible things that you can touch, but you can still call them products. But there are companies who will be servicing, creating services for those products. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
So, sir, what would you say a magazine is?
It is a product, it's a media.
So if a question is asked and you need to, well, it says, is it a product or a service? Can you say it's a product because it's tangible, but it provides a service? Or do you need
Yes,
to
or if you want to be clever, you can say it is a service in form of a product. You won't be wrong by saying that.
So even if the question says you must choose if it's a product or a service.
Yeah, but wouldn't, you know, sometimes people be just testing your knowledge. Otherwise, a magazine, it is a product and it is also a service. Remember, we've got e-magazines and we've got physical magazines. At the end of the day, if a company produces magazines, it is producing a product.
Okay, sir. And because
But it's something that I've come across several times. Let's hear you. Let's say you were saying something.
So because it's a product, because of the content inside of the magazine, it would also be a service.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the word product itself, we can look at it in literal English meaning. Product is something that is derived from produce, right? We've got produce, we have got production. So the outcome of production is a product. Something that is being produced is a product. So if you are producing services, then you are producing a product.
So therefore, it means products are also services and services are also products.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, by the way, thank you. So you lost last night. It's a discussion for another day. So that's what we're discussing on Tuesday with Luyanda. Luyanda, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm also good, thank you. Now we continue with the product element. We are going to look at what is called the long tail concept. Ngesintu, we call it umsila omude. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right, the long tail concept. So this is still part of P as part of the product. You'd realize that when you go to most digital platforms and you are searching on a product and they give you what is called related products. Have you come across that? Guys, are you that broke not to shop online? Okay, I'm trying to explain the long tail concept, and it seems everyone is not aware that when you are getting something online, at the bottom or on the other side, they show you what is called the related items. I'm shocked that you guys haven't come across that. But before, Rianda, you're saying something?
I'm saying we have. Well, I
Okay.
have.
All right. But before I unpack the concept of long tail marketing, we still continue with the terms of branding, brand equity, and brand experience. And we spoke about this, I remember, in room 3 on campus. So, which products in your community are frequent in usage and popularity? Which products in your community are frequent in usage and popularity? Guys, let's hear you.
Sir, it's those vape things that people smoke.
Things that people smoke.
No, I forgot what it's called. It's like a vape.
Oh, a vape. Okay. I've heard people, they say hubbly bubbly or something like that.
Yeah, but there's another one that you can carry around. It's
Oh,
more.
okay. Seems Leander play with lots of things, eh?
No, I've seen people play with them.
Okay, what else, guys? What other products do you feel like are very frequent, be it at home, be it at school, like in the communities that you live, guys? Phew, my way, these kids are going to embarrass me at Boston, at Flume, when they ask you questions and all of a sudden it's Z. Guys, we have got bread, we have got milk. I don't know if those are not frequent in your usage at home.
I was thinking of Albany, but I doubted myself.
Yeah, never doubt your thinking next time. Just shoot
Yeah.
it, then I can tell you whether you are right or not.
Sure.
Okay. Guys, have you come across the ZIF law in digital marketing in your first year, second year, or elsewhere?
Nope.
Kia, I haven't heard your voice today.
No, sir. I haven't heard of such.
Okay, it's always good that I hear all your voices in case your sisters are logging on your behalf, your brothers, your mothers. All of a sudden, I'm talking to people that I don't know. Okay, so the long tail concept or the ZIF's law in digital marketing, it talks about the products that are not doing well, right? The products that are not doing well, you try to position those products next to the products that are doing well. So if a company, a bakery company that is selling cakes, muffins, and all those things that are baked, and realize that based on the stats that you have on your side, people are only coming to buy muffins and they are not buying donuts or cake. So now we can't be throwing cake at all the times. We need to better position cake next to muffin so that it can also be bought. I don't know if you have come across that, guys, in real life situations. So how do you do that? For example, I've seen it at Ackermans, I've seen it at Jet, whereby, Jet would pay two t-shirts, let's say t-shirt for kids. They would pay two t-shirts and sell them for one price. The t-shirt that is at the front, it's so amazing, but the t-shirt that they've paid it with, it's something that they know that people would not buy or it's having low sales. So because the price is cheap and because you like the first t-shirt that they've paid with, you end up getting that other t-shirt that you wouldn't buy if it was being sold on its own. Am I saying something, guys, that you have come across in your real life, in wherever you shop?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, let's move to a theoretical explanation of the long tail concept. So it is a frequency distribution suggesting the relative variation in popularity of items selected by a customer. The long tail concept is useful for considering the role of product, place, price, and promotion online. According to the ZIP law, if the variation in popularity of different words is a language is considered, there is a systematic pattern in frequency of usage, popularity. Therefore, the ZIP law suggests that if a collection of items is ordered or ranked by popularity, the second item will have around half of the popularity of the first one, and the third item will have about a third of the popularity of the first one, and so on. So applying the ZIP law can allow each brand to determine numeric value to the brand's performance in the market and track the return on investment of their branding investments. So I see this happening a lot, even on Take-A-Lot. They do that. You also have brands where you can do filters based on relevance or based on popularity. Yes, Mrs. Mosala.
So would you say that the ZIP law is also used on digital businesses, like on
Yes,
sheet?
correct.
Okay. Can you
It
make
is used. Think about Microsoft. They've got different packages. They've got a Microsoft family, you've got a Microsoft this and that. They can rank those products based on their popularity, and the one that is more popular can be ranked second to the one that is not that popular, so that it also becomes popular. I'm going to give you this example, guys, but please don't be offended if the shoe fits you, right? Or can I not give you the example?
Go ahead, sir.
Tati say go ahead. Luyanda, can I proceed?
Yes, sir, you may.
No, let me ask Lesedi because she's always controversial. Lesedi, do I have your permission?
You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, guys, if you have been to high school or even here at Boston, Lesedi saying something? Oh, I had your mic on, so I thought you were saying something. So, guys, if you have been to high school or even in communities where you come from, you realize that there's a bunch of girls or guys who are so beautiful or who are sexy, who are friends, who are sort of a squad, right? And those girls are beautiful. But there's this one who is ugly, but you think she's beautiful because she hangs out with hot girls.
Really, sir? That was the example. I do. Yeah.
But guys, have you come across that?
Say, can I say something?
Yes, say something, Lebo.
So usually,
I'm listening, Lebo.
so usually say you would get a situation where maybe you want a hot girl, right?
Yes.
But her friend, is something else. And like for you to get to that hot girl that you want, you have to go through the friend. It's always a situation.
Please elaborate. What do you mean?
I
So
get
say-
your level, but it's not only with girls. It's not only with guys. Even with girls, it can be the same thing as well.
So wait, I don't understand. How do you have to go through the friend? Like you need to talk to the friend or date the friend to
No,
get
you
the
need to
friend?
go through
No.
the friend. The friend is the member of parliament. You need to go through it so that you get approval to get that hot girl.
Oh,
Yes.
and the ugly friend will just I get you.
Yes. So the example that I'm giving you guys is that if you play with Cristiano Ronaldo, or if you play with Lionel Messi, at the end of the day, when the community, when the public see you, they see you as if you're at the same level with Lionel Messi because you have played in the same team with him. So see, girls, all of them have got hips and you do not have a hips because you hang out with them and all of a sudden it appears as if you also have hips. Isn't that so, people? So it is the same thing with the long tail concept. There are products that are so popular that you can pair them with the products that are not so popular so that they can become popular. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Yes, thank you, so.
So say, is it a zip law method if the company is running like a promotion, like is running an eye-catching, buy 4 products and get the cheapest item free?
That's part of pricing. We'll talk
Okay.
about it in terms of pricing, but it also depends with
Oh.
what product you're putting on promotion.
So that's not a part of zip method.
No, it's not. You know what
Okay,
Zip
cool.
does?
I
Zip
understand.
looks at the popularity of a product, then you
Understand, sir.
just pair them together or put them in the same proximity.
I understand, sir.
So here the pricing is not a mere factor. Is those products being in the same proximity, being ranked almost the same? As I told you, the same thing with Lionel Messi or with Cristiano Ronaldo or whoever that you think is popular. The moment those guys associate with one another, it's easy, you know. I always hear people saying that we are at the same level high there, you know. So you can have products ranked at the same level. This means if you've got a product that is not performing well in terms of sales, or a product that is not performing well in terms of awareness, you can't just say that this is not bringing in money to the company, let's not produce it anymore. You need to apply the long tail concept. And once you match it with something that is more popular, you'd realize that people can even start buying that product thinking that it has got the same rank with the other product. So you are only playing with the psychology of customers. As I've told you guys, sometimes customers make rushed decisions. They are selling 2 chocolates. One is 80 rand. No, 2 chocolates and they are being sold for 8 rand each, you know. Then you see this big sticker saying that buy 2 for 16. And all of a sudden you think, oh, wow, I'm getting a jackpot if I buy 2 for 16. But in reality, 8 plus 8 is equals to 16. Have you seen that, guys, especially at Clicks? Even during Black Friday, on Black Fridays, they also do that, companies. Do you come across that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, as long as one person can confirm that, then pardon? Miss Lesedi?
I wanted to ask, wouldn't you say this ZIF law can cause negative impact on a business? For instance, if I buy a slow cooker from Home Choice and they do the buy this one, get the cheapest one free, because probably the blender at Home Choice doesn't really get sold as much. Wouldn't you say that puts a negative impact on the business? Because when I get home and I use the blender, regardless of how good the slow cooker is, initially my idea is Home Choice appliances are not as good.
Yes, that you can put that under bungling, you know, but I get what you mean. So as brands are also careful when doing this, because at the end of the day, you do not want to scare or overload customers. Otherwise, customers have got their own derived meanings. So I do get you. There can be negativity because here what you want to do is to drive sales and to have more income. But if something is not driving sales, then it becomes it's not achieving its purpose. Do you know that there are people who are lucky finding partners not because they are beautiful, but because of the people that they hang out with? The same thing with people who are so easy at getting jobs because of the people that they hang out with, but they do not have that much experience or qualifications and stuff like that. So that's the long tail concept. They are being ranked with people that they shouldn't be ranked with. So all of a sudden, we always ask people, why is it the ugly ones who are always in stable relationships? Why is it those who have got metric have got jobs, but have got a diploma, don't have a job? Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes, I was seeing and they end up performing well. For example, I was also using this method back in high school. How was I using the method? Okay, I was always associating myself with those top students, though I was a student who was always at risk. And now, trust me, Minir.
That's true. So I think it becomes the concept that we always say in communities that fake it. What do they say? Fake it till what?
Till you make it.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. You know, you fake to be Lionel Messi because you're hanging out with Lionel Messi. Then all of a sudden, you are now seen as Lionel Messi. So that's what the ZIF law is all about. Then there's a diagram here which shows how the ZIF law or the long tail concept is highlighted or illustrated in the popularity of products. So the diagram below shows how the relative popularity of items is predicted to decline according to Zipf's law from a maximum count of 1,000 for the most popular item to 20 for the fifth item. In an online context, application of this law is now known as the long tail, and it can be applied to relative popularity of a group of digital platforms or products on an individual site, since they tend to show a similar pattern of popularity. And when it comes to digital platforms, you can always do this through the traffic that generates on a site. You can see which product customers interact more with, or you can also look at popularity in terms of sales. How many people are buying this product comparing to how many people who are buying that product. So you can see that product one there, it is being ranked at the popularity of 1,000. Then next to it, it's in between 400 and 600 and so on. So that's how you rank the products. Are there any questions on that screen? Then we move on to branding in a digital environment. Remember, I explained the concept of branding to you guys in class, and we agree that each and every individual has got a brand. We have got what we call a personal brand. And whether you like it or not, whether you say that you don't care about people, I always hear people, people say that I don't care about others. I live my life. I do this, I do that. But at the end of the day, as long as you live in communities full of people, there is a brand that you are portraying about yourself. So branding is the process by which companies distinguish their product offering from the competition by the sum of the characteristics of products such as perceived by the customer. Therefore, branding is important online and offline as it helps customers differentiate between products from different manufacturers and producers. In other words, branding is how companies set themselves apart from their competitors. Perhaps most importantly, branding affects perceptions. So it affects what others think about you. Since it is well known that in blind product testing, consumers fail to distinguish between brands. A key concept at the heart of creating a brand is positioning, and creating a unique position in the marketplace involves a careful choice of target market and establishing a clear differential in the minds of people. Offline brands can get the minds of the customers to position their brands using a range of brand elements contributing to brand equity. Therefore, brand equity refers to the assets or liabilities linked to a brand's name and symbols that add to it or subtract to a service. Are there any questions, people? Any questions about branding?
No, sir.
This is revision. I know you did this in your second year. Branding in the digital context. Digital technology has brought distinctive features to the online brand experience. A digital brand is very similar to its offline counterparts insofar as it incorporates a name, a set of symbols, and style, product, or service component. As I always tell people, you can easily see that this is a Nando's brand only in form of the fonts that they use, even if there's no Nando's logo. But their language, how they do their advertising and stuff like that, you can actually see that this is a Nando's brand. F&B is also doing that nowadays. However, the major difference is the context in which the customer experiences the brand, and the digital context tend to be information rich, dynamic, so it's always changing, characterized by excessive information flow and the innovations that comes with technology. So brand experience is how the frequency and depth of interaction with the brand can be enhanced through the internet. In conclusion, this lesson should have helped you to develop a greater awareness of digital marketing by understanding the long-tail concept and branding in the digital environment. You must now be able to apply the elements of the marketing mix, especially the P for product, in an online context and evaluate the opportunities that the internet, digital media, and technology are available for every component of the marketing mix. Ntati Mosala has got a big hand up.
So would you say there's a difference between branding and corporate identity?
Yes, there's a difference, but remember, corporate identity is an outcome of branding. So how the corporate identifies itself in the public would be out of the process of branding.
Okay.
And remember, as a brand or as a person, whether you're doing something or not doing something, an identity is going to emerge out of your existence. Do you know that?
Yes.
You hear someone, I'm single and happy, I'm not marketing myself. The fact that you are saying that, someone is going to see you and all of a sudden you are, you know. So it doesn't have to be something positive that you say about you. Even if you say negative, at the end of the day, you're going to have an identity that is going to be different from others. Are there any questions, guys, about this lesson? Any questions or comments?
Sir,
Yebo Seto, Mr. Seto.
what is it when a small brand establish a collaboration or partnership with a big brand, for example, Drip Footwear has established a collaboration with the brand called Fila. Yeah, so which method is that one? Like, what is that actually?
So it depends. I don't know what was the purpose of the collaboration or the partnership. Otherwise, you can always apply all the concept that you have learned in marketing. It can be part of the canvas model. Remember, the canvas model talks about having key partners. I don't know if you remember that part. And it can also be the long tail concept, because if you do a partnership with a big corporate and you are just an SME, you can, it literally means that your ranking has increased, your exposure has increased, you know. Imagine if you are partnering with Pick and Pay and you do chips, it means that you are going to be exposed to all the Pick and Pay customers. So that would be about the long tail concept, if you put it that way. But if you put it in a way of the canvas model, it will be a partnership that generates more business. Have you been answered, Mr. Seto?
Say, can you please at least make an example, say, as please?
You say that a small, what is the process or what is it when a small company partners with a big company,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I'm telling you that you can look at it from two angles. From a
Yes.
canvas business model, we did canvas business model. I suggest that you go and revisit that. On canvas business model, you need to have key partners, right? Those key partners are going to expose you to the wider market. I remember we did an example of a crash. Then the second angle that you can look at is the long-term concept that we've just discussed. That if you're a small company and you are partnering or you are collaborating with a big company, already your frequency of popularity goes high because that company is going to expose you to its market.
Okay, sir.
Miss Vilagazi, any questions?
No, sir.
To think that that serum of Vilagazi anytime soon is not going to be yours, you're being a woman. All right. It's just a joke, Luanda. Do you love your serum that much?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to lose it?
Not anytime soon.
Through marriage?
Not anytime soon.
Or you'd prefer to have a double barrel?
Yes.
Yo, imagine people like Lesedi having a double barrel. Already she has got 3 names or 4 names. Lesedi, Cindy, Diane Seto. Yo, that's a paragraph of a name. Anyway, guys.
And they will.
Lesedi, you saying something?
They will all have space. Home Affairs will deal with that. No problem.
Or you're going to drop one. You're not going to have a double barrel.
No. No, I'm double barreling. I'm saying whether or not I will deal with
People in the love of their synonyms. Okay. All right, guys, that's it about lesson 67, if I remember. And let's talk about brand identity and the success factors of a brand site in the next lesson.